trying to turn on my do not disturb so that I don't get no noises coming through if somebody messages me. Alright. We are going to do a couple of different techniques that I learned today. We're going to do a little ink resist and I don't remember which one goes with which, but anyway. We're going to play with some embossing ink and embossing powder and inks, and I'm just going to play today. Good morning, Denise. Oh, you're at the gate waiting to pick up your brother's kitten. Aw. I know he's going to be so excited for that. So this was an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, which my trimmer that I used messed it up. I can't even tell you which one goes with which. This is the middle. That's the middle. So that goes with that. And then I didn't cut it in the right spot. But anyway, I have this stamp set by Tim Holtz. Hey Ryan, welcome in. Hope everything's going good today. So this is my stamp set by Tim Holtz. Let me put this in here the way it's supposed to so I can show you the entire stamp set at once. So anyway, this is the stamp set that I'm playing with right now. And then I have a couple other Halloween ones that I'll play with. I've got the Brutus Monroe here. This one is called Witch's Brew. This one is Simon Says Stamps. This one was a Halloween kit I got a couple years ago. It's called Home Sweet Haunted Home. I don't know if I'll use these leaves or not, but I've got them pulled out too. Hi Vicky. Hi Jan. So I got these leaves. And I got this other Brutus Monroe one that kind of matches the other one. I want to do that silhouette, and I want to attempt to do it in a resist form, because I think it'd be cool. This one's called Crafty Witch. I don't know what's available, what's not available, guys. And then this one is, if I use it, is Maker Forte. And it's called, and I don't even know if it's available because she went out of business. She's coming back in business. I don't even know anymore. These are called Watermarks, I think. Watermark something. Anyway, so these are what I have on my tape. Oh, I also have this sunflower that I was playing with. I'll show you in a minute. Hi, Ann. How is everybody? Oh, look at all the little ghosties. I love emojis. So, but now what I'm playing with is this one. And this is Life of the Party. It's an older one by Stampers Anonymous, Tim Holtz collection. And I'm playing with the spider web, and I wanted to show you. I wanted to do it first so I could see what it would look like. And if I had cut the paper properly, it would be better. So what you do is you take your 8.5 by 11 sheet. Let me show you with a new sheet of paper. This is how you do mass card making too. See, I did it with these sunflowers while I was on the Usual Suspects. This is what I was doing. So you take your, see if I can line them up correctly. So that one goes there. See how the flower finishes off? That ain't right. That ain't right. There we go. We got that. And then that. See? You just take your 8.5 by 11. And you end up with 4 backgrounds. Oh, you love spooky stuff? Cool. Margot! How you doing with your spooky spells stuff? And your crap and create and all that? Alright, so let's get us... I want to show you this first. Because we're going to play with these. I want to show you something. Before I do this, let me show you something real quick. And then I'll show you how to do it. Let me get something out. Where is... I'm all over the place. My brain is all over the place. Where the heck is my, Here it is. Black soot. That's the one I wanted. Black soot is what I wanted. Now I need a brush. Hold on, I need my brush. That's not black soot. Oh no, don't drop things like it. Alright, so... yeah, I won't be there because I'll be on here. I have been missing all the meet and greets, Margot. I've been missing my friends' lives. I've been missing meet and greets, and I'm just all discombobulated. So this is black soot that I'm using, right? I'm going to go over this, and I want you to see something. Let's just do it like this. See if we can get a good inky background here. I should have put a skull or something down there, but this is your quick, easy way to make Halloween cards or any other Christmas. You can do it with Christmas. You can do it with just everyday stuff. Doesn't have to be a spooky Halloween or anything, but just want to show you this. And then get you a little cloth, and then just go over where you embossed that. You can dry that up too if you want. Let's dry it up real quick. Oops, sorry, loud noise. Dry that ink up a little. Second, make sure that embossing stuff didn't get too, and then just clean up where you got the embossing, and the purple will shine right on through, and you got you a nice spooky background. Now what I did is, like, you see these lines here, those are my trim lines, because I scored in 1/4 of an inch so that I would just have the panel for the middle. But so let's do a new one so you can see what I did to get that, so that I could do stuff like that. Pretty cool, right? I think so. I don't know what we'll put with it. I always have a hard time once I put the spider web down, putting something else down on it. But let me show you this technique. So I'm using 2 different techniques. I'm using a technique that Jennifer McGuire taught, but I'm simplifying it to make it easier for my brain. I've got my Versamark ink. I've got all my other stuffs here. And actually, let me do it with let me do it with white and some ink on the background so you can see really good what's going to happen. Get the sheet right. Alright, so I got a sheet of white, right? Right. What we're going to do is we're not going to use a trimmer. We're going to use our scoreboard. And just keep working myself out of space. I clean up, make space, and then I work myself out of it. Alright. So we're going to take, and I want my spider webs to be like a grayish color. So I've got this by 11, so I'm going to score this at the 5.5. I won't put my 1/4 inch marks this time, so that way I can keep everything lined up. So there's my 5.5 mark. Then I'm going to turn it here. And what I'm doing is I'm finding myself my center points. I should do this with the sunflower so you guys can get a better idea. And we'll go with the 4.25. No, I'm doing the spooky stuff, Linda. We're doing spooky today. Told you my brain's all over the place. So what's everybody else doing today? Happy Monday. Alright, so you guys, can you see this, that I got the center point there? Let's do the skull this time instead of the, let's use a skull. So that way we can do a really cool, so you can, alright, but I want it to be grayish in color under my skull, and then I want to be able to go over it with different colors but still keep the gray skull. So I'm just going to come in here and instead of using a brush, make it faster. This is my lost shadow, by the way. I probably need to re-ink this. I need to find my re-inker and re-ink this. This is one of the few ones that I actually have a re-inker for. It's just a lot easier, faster, me doing it this way than it would be if I was using a brush. This is me taking the entire thing and just going over it like this will definitely be faster. Hi Lee, you listening and working on a new project? Cool. To keep my fingerprints off, where's my sticky pads? Of course I can't find them. Use your nails, Linda. Hold it still. Now, because these aren't individual panels, because I'm doing 4 panels at one time, this is if you're like me and you're slow at mass production, which I don't generally ever do a whole lot of mass production because I don't generally ever mail my stuff because I'm bad at remembering to mail things. When I remember to mail something, it's like, hallelujah. Alright, so I've got a whole lot of lost shadow on here. And if you look closely at the scored line, you can see the difference in the color now. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to hit that with some, just heat set that ink a little. Just a little. I'm not worrying about making it dry. Just want to heat set it just a little. Because I don't want my powder that I'm going to put on here to stick to it. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to take my heat embossing anti-static powder. And guys, you can use any kind you have. If you have the Tailored Expression, Pink and Main, the embossing buddies, they're cheaper and they work really well. They're little bags, and I have one somewhere and I like it. It works just as good as these others. It's not as fancy, but it still works just as good. So I'm gonna, wish I could see where my Pink and Main one was. One reason I love the Pink and Main one is because the powder's gray. A darker gray, clay-like. What it is like a clay. And, oh, that used to dry my hands out so bad when I worked there. I would have to fill those bags. But anyway, it works so that you can actually see it on the paper so you know that you got it on there. All right. Hola, Danny. Trixie, come here. You're not gonna like it. It's gonna be warmer up here because Mommy's got heat tools going and stuff. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna take my skull and my embossing ink that I just had, my Versamark ink. And I'm gonna stamp up this skull. I'm gonna ink them up real good. I think I'm gonna be needing some of this ink soon too. And I'm gonna put them right in the middle. I'm gonna put them kind of at an angle, right in the middle. Or right here. Here we go, we'll do that. Right in the middle. And you wanna move kind of quickly when you're doing this, because you don't want your ink to dry before you get your powder on. Right in the middle. You guys probably can't even see it. Probably can't even see them skulls going down on the paper. I'm gonna put another one right here. I'm gonna put them at an angle right there. At an angle like that. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see those or not, but now we're going to get our clear embossing powder. Clear embossing powder. And I'm just going to put it over top everywhere I stamped. And that anti-static powder is going to keep the powder from sticking anywhere except, it's supposed to, anywhere except where I put the ink. So the only place this powder should stick down is where I inked it up at. I'm looking around, make sure I've got everything covered in the ink, and I do. So I'm just going to fold my paper and just go just like so. Just gently. Can y'all see them? You guys can see what I can see. You probably can't see what I can see. I don't know why it's so shadowy today. And Danny saying hi to everybody. Everybody saying hi to each other. Now, we're going to get some more noise out again, guys. Sorry it's a noisy live, y'all. We're going to come right along here. I'm just going to emboss these skulls. You'll know it's done because it'll get that shiny look to it. As soon as it gets shiny, just move along because you don't want to overdo it. you see my skulls now? Can you see the skulls now? I don't know if you guys could see them or not before. See? Scott! Alright, now I'm going to cut my paper. So I'm going to go this way first. Actually, I'm going to clean this powder off my desk that I got on here. That's one of the things that I don't like about heat embossing the powder. Even though I've got this cool little thing, I just always feel like I've got that sand texture for a few days everywhere. It's like, it's everywhere, I tell you. Anyway, so I'm going to cut this down at 5.5. And I'm going to cut them at 4.25. Try to keep them so I know which way they go. Because I got to line them back up. So, this was the top right, and this was the side there. Alright. We're cut apart. We're cut apart. But now what I want to do is I want to turn my papers like this. Because the part I didn't stamp, the empty space I want in the middle, where I had no stamp stuff, I want that in the middle. And I'm going to flip these over so I can tape them together like this. And then, what the heck do I got all over everything? My desk is not clean. Do y'all see this? I got ink everywhere. It's okay though. It's Halloween. Halloween is spooky stuff, so I'll be alright. Alright, I want to line these up. And I want to tape them down. It's up like that. Just tape them down like this. Now this is a technique, doing this and spinning that I picked up from Jennifer McGuire. The heat resist one, I couldn't tell you where I picked that up from because so many creators do this technique. But this is a good time of year to... Halloween cards are a good time to pull that effect in because you sometimes just want your spooky spider webs or skulls in the background. Alright, and then I'm going to get one for the center. I'm not going to worry about doing these two together. I'm just going to do the center right here. That's all 4 of them. Alright, and I'm going to flip it back over. And then I'm going to do the same technique again. And just to reassure myself that I have a bigger stamp would be better. Because you could fill up more space. Like if I had a bigger skull, it would be better. But we're using what we got. Use what you got, guys. Use what you got. Any questions? Any input? Anybody want to tell me what they're up to today? So I'm going to put this guy sideways like that. So his head comes off there more on that one. I'm going to put him sideways like that so his head comes off more on this side over here. Making a birthday card? Cool. Who's Ray in? Do we have somebody in here I didn't see before? Now I'm making you want to make it spooky. I usually save this kind of stuff for October, but Denise sent me a picture of something she did, and I was like, got my brain into Halloween stuff. Alright, because I got the eyes good there, eyes good here, eyes good here. Let's get eyes good here. You guys will never see me do 4 at one time a whole lot, so this is how, when I want to do mass production, this is how I do it. Alright. Now, this one, because I have them taped, but I have them taped with mint tape, so I can just take them apart. Try not to touch. I just making it more complicated on myself than it needs to be. Oh, Ryan. Okay. Alright. So not Ray and Ryan. Okay. Okay, well, I already said hello to Ryan, so. Alright. This is why I wanted to take them apart, because it's just easier to use a little thing. Because I know there's only these little spots right here that I gotta worry about. Because these others were already done. And I can tell which one's been done because the ones that are already done are shiny. Right? Yeah. Okay. Put my lid back on my powder and then heat emboss them. And I don't care if there's splatters and spaces I didn't stamp because, well, it's a Halloween card, so if I've got, it's harder for me to see this. This thing gets really hot too, so it's like, watch your fingers, y'all. Try not to overdo it because you'll burn your embossing powder, and you don't want to do that. I don't know if you guys can see the magic happening with this, but you'll really see it good in a few minutes. Oh, what the heck is that? burned out or something. I don't know. Get this stuff off of here. Alright. Alright, we're done with the noise for a little while now. Now I got the kitty, I can listen. Yay! Got the kitty, woohoo! Alright, no, you won't see me Thursday. I'll be preparing for Crop and Create. Wednesday, I'll see you Wednesday. If you're around, I'll see you Wednesday. If you're around, I'll see you on Wednesday. I need to wipe these off, guys. I've got this stuff all over them, that powder stuff all over them, and it drives me insane. I can't stand the way that feels on my hands. So basically that cornstarch powder that I put on to keep that, whatever that powder is, the clay powder, cornstarch powder, whatever that powder is that they use inside for the anti-static powder, I'm wiping all that off now. That's what this brush is basically doing. It's getting all that off there. All right. So now I have 4 panels that have my skulls all embossed on them. Let's see, which one do I like the best? That's the one we'll play with right now. I think I like this one. I think the head's poking out the most on that one. We'll start with this one. And now I'm going to add some different colors. I'm going to do some different thingies here. Watch, and we're going to make more noise, because this is going to be cool. Where's my villainous potion? This is how I craft when I'm not being filmed. That's wilted violet. I don't want wilted violet. I want villainous. That's it right there. I want villainous potion now. Remember, I want my skulls to stay gray. Oh no. Well, how are you going to do that when you're putting purple ink over it, Linda? It's okay, watch. It's going to be really cool. Right on top of that gray ink, you can't see it no more. You can't see it anymore, guys. Anywhere that there's embossing ink, the ink I just put down won't stick. What you meowing for? Oh, yay, kitty, meow meow, says Danny. Alright, now let's, well, we could do this to all 4, but I'm just going to do it on this one for now because, alright, so now I'm going to pull out the powder stuff again. Actually, I'm going to hit my ink with some heat to set it. I'm not trying to reheat the embossing ink, the embossed area, but just trying to make sure that ink's set. I'm gonna cool it off a little. Let's go back with these powders that I don't like on my hands and put some more down. And we're gonna put it right here. Right up. Now, we're going to take this spider web we're going to put our spider web on, ink it up, ink it up, ink it up, ink it up, I'm embossing. Probably too much ink, but it'll be alright. I just want to make sure there's enough on there. Alright, and I'm going to line my spider web right there in the center of my page. I can't see what I'm doing. I think I am. I think I'm centered. I love rubber stamps, by the way. Linda was like, why is Danny meowing? It's like meow 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 meow. All right, now we're gonna take that off. I can't really see anything, and then we're gonna go in with our clear embossing powder again. Denise, you're finding out why I said you need clear. This is why I said you need clear, because you can do any colors you want as long as you have clear. I actually should have done this with this Lost Shadow too, but I want this to be purple, so. Alright, I got some areas here that I want to clean up. So what I will do is get me a little paintbrush. I got a paintbrush here. I'll just come along these areas that I want cleaned up and clean them up. So I'm just trying to go in between to clean it up so you can see the distinction a little better. There we go. Alright, I think that's good enough. Now let's emboss it. Thank you, Anne. Make sure I got the whole thing. You can always go from underneath if you're having a hard time seeing. Find out where you're laying your heat down at. Actually, I missed that whole section right there. You guys can't see me, but I'm going from underneath like this. Alright, there we go. Now I got my purple. Let's cool it off now. I'm cooling it down. Boy, it's hotter than usual in here today. I don't understand it. It's like we were having 80-degree temperatures. Now we're back up in the 90s. It's like it's fall. It's officially autumn, I believe. Isn't today the first official day of autumn? Florida, stop being bipolar and get online with what the seasons are supposed to be. Alright, now I'm going to go back and get my black soot. And I'm going to go over it in my black soot. Guys, if your fingers ain't getting messy, ain't getting inky and dirty, and well, then you're not having as much fun as you should be. You can't worry about your hands getting dirty. All right. And then we're gonna get our little rag-a-dag-a-dag. Where'd it go? I don't know. We'll get a different one. Go over our skulls. Just pick up that ink. Right up off of there. It is cool, isn't it? I mean, you could do it with a moon and all that stuff, too. Somewhere I got a big old moon. It's like... This is a really good technique for Halloween stuff, because you can get that really spooky-ooky stuff. And then you got your different colors. And it really wasn't that hard of work. So now look. It would have been cooler, I think, if we'd have done like... I think it's cool enough. We got our spider web with the purple, our skulls with the Lost Shadow. Which I think the spider web should have been Lost Shadow and the skull should have been purple. But either way, it still looks cool. Now we need to make it an actual card. So, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up. Instead of breaking out the Misty, let's see if I'm any good. That ink is not my ink that I like to stamp with. I'm just using intense black. Scott saying hi to Anne. While I got him here, let's go ahead and stamp him a couple more times. Gosh, right here. You can just stamp him across 3 times and have a card. Call it a day. I don't know. Will he fit one more time? Yeah, he'll fit one more time. Let's do him one more time, see if we can get a better impression. Remember, I got to fussy cut this guy out, too, so... because I don't have any dies for this guy. Alright. Heat set our ink real quick so we don't smudge them when we touch them. Yes. Ugh, fussy cutting. But the good thing is he's not a bunch of tiny, hard to cut things. So we're just gonna come right here. I'm just gonna cut this in half. So I'm only working with one of them. Let's just come from this angle. I mean, his angles are like kind of easy to... Those ones that are ergonomic would be easier to use, but of course, you know, you just grab what's first grabbing right here in my hand. They do. My ergonomic ones would be better, easier on my hands. Well, since I already stopped there, I can switch. Yes, these hurt my hands. These are better on my hands. These are easier to manipulate, in my opinion, but I like the cut edge better from the other ones. I think they're, I don't know, a smoother edge or something. Could just, I don't know. Looks fine right now. It looks fine. Homemade, not Hallmark. We're good. This is the most detail right there, cutting wise. I mean, this is not a hard image to cut. So there we go. We got our skull. We need a spider to sit down beside her. Don't do scissors by your hand. I bought Tim Holtz recoil scissors, and they are awesome. Yeah, these are the scrapbook.com ones. They work really good. See, I wish that skull was bigger. I was only going to use the one, but I think I'm going to use more than one because he's just not quite big enough. Should make some bow ties for him too. Take away a little bit of the spookiness by adding a bow tie. And when you're fussy cutting, I keep telling everybody, but then I forget myself and don't do it. But you're supposed to turn the paper, not the scissors. So your scissors should stay stationary and your paper should be what's moving. There we go. There we go. I like that better than just one solitary skull. Now we need sentiment for it. Sentiment? That word is so weird to say. It's like cinnamon, sentiment. What are you saying, Linda? What are you talking about? Get everything out of your way here. I've run out of space, guys. All right, do 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 do. And you can use any colors that you want underneath to have them shining through. Like we could have made that a pretty teal color. We could have done any color. You know, it's like I guess that's the closest to purple shiny I have. That's why I'm checking that out. Not quite enough though. Unless I piece it together. It's not quite enough. I have to make my panel way smaller. No. No. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, wait a minute. Where did my other... I still got that embossing powder all over my fingers. That's not right, Linda. Actually, we're going to cut this down to there. Which was 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to trim this down to 3 3/4. But I'm only going to take a 1/4 inch off each side so I don't really lose as much of my design. I think I did that. I don't know if I did that one right or not. Dang, Linda. Dang, Linda.